commissioning thing, a lot of doctors trained who would have had the experience that would have been in the system to mitigate all those deaths and to run Davlin Thomas, the rotation policy man. Now, look at this thing. You know what was their focus? Where they took the money? To operationalize what? To outfit what? Not to outfit tight pants and building. Think about that. That is where they spend the money, whereas they should have spent the money to operationalize that right in December 2015. That would have, I sure we'd have saved at least 1,500 lives. So won't there be 2,000? We have to give it some deaths because we know it's a novel disease, a novel virus. Too many people know about it. But we have mitigated, so that is the mindset of those hard-headed PNM. You know what Manning used to say, eh? Manning. You know what Manning said? Manning said, listen to this, we're going on. This is in the memoirs of O'Halloran, page 62. Eric Williams said, if he put a crapo in tie, we good to go. Fast forward, Manning say he won them with a flathead and common sense. So if you have a crapo in tie, flathead and common sense, you can be a minister.
Yeah, you say level head and common sense and a level head.
Right. So how much of them you can put in that category? I go call, you whistle, Pumpsy the Rasta, tight pants, small pin, vaccine variant, aka Pimpernarian, terror the terrible, you see? All of them are level head, common sense, and all of them, you can replace them with a crap one tie and just put the name. I'm going to have a nice night.
All right, good. So I want to just touch a little bit on Senator Vera. I'll come into COVID-19 just now. Let me see if I'll spend a little 10, 15 minutes on Vera. I listened to some of the discussions by Senator Vera. I also listened to the Attorney General Faris Alwari. And when I heard Vera said that he taken a stand inside of that parliament, to me it was just a joke. Because let me tell you something. People of this country, we have seen this so-called independent bench. This bench that was appointed constitutionally through the precincts of the president. And when we look at that bench from the inception of their appointment, their conduct in relation to defending the same constitution, they really ain't serious. This independent bench is a support to the PNM. That is what it is. And as I said a couple of weeks ago, our independent institution must be an institution that look after the interests of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what our independent institution ought to be. It ought to be an institution that represent the people of this country. You are there as an independent or in an independent setting to be utilized as a check and balance for every piece of legislation that come to the parliament, every decision that the government want to make, whether it be by a joint select committee, whatever it is. The independent bench, they are there to ensure that good governance, good laws come to the Senate and pass laws that is in the interest of the people. But we have seen this independent bench support, they voted and support every piece of legislation that is detriment to this country. from procurement come right back down the road. They have never demonstrated a sense of independence in relation to balancing the playing field, to level the playing field. Laws that needed 2/3 majority, this independent bench that we have went along and support things with simple majority. They never stood up, they never stood out for the people of this country or stood in defense of the Constitution. So as far as I'm concerned, this whole independent bench together with the president need to take a side. They need to take a side. You see how they boasting about they appoint a new service, police service commission? It's the same way all these independent senators, they need to go in the backyard and try to plant some save or celery or some kind of thing, because they are not working in the interest of democracy. And when you have institutions which is not working in the interest of democracy, we will continue to end up in this problem. That is the problem that we are facing with. And until Trinidad and Tobago realize that you, the people, must now be the independent checks and balance for this country, you will end up in that wretched condition. We will stay in this wretched condition except we stand as the checks and the balance in this country. When you look at that whole fiasco, I haven't heard one independent senator stand up and speak against the misbehavior of the president. Not one. You know why you will never hear them talk, Koki?
What's that?
Simply because they themselves, they are not patriotic, because they why? They know that if they stand and speak against the behavior of the president, they stand to lose their
kick out
as independent senators.
Oh.
So they rather compromise the Constitution. They rather compromise the Constitution than stand up and say, hey, you see what happened in this country here? We will not settle. If I was on that independent bench, my brother, Victor Roberts, would have stand up and condemn the actions of the president and let the chips fall where it may.
And if you are the only person doing that, what will happen?
But what will happen is, let me tell you, it will travel, it will be on record, and it will also set an example. It will also show up the rest of them who sit down there and just waiting to collect a fat salary when the month comes and not standing in defense of the Constitution. The independent bench, that is their responsibility. That is their role. That is what the independent bench, the framers of the Constitution.
Yes.
I could foresee within their minds that the purpose of the independent bench was to be the checks and balance between government, opposition, and the people, the citizenry. That is what they are there for.
Well, how much people in the past stood up since then? Has there been anybody who stood up for something of this sort in the past?
That is something I'll have to research. That is something I'll have to research. And that is a very good question that I cannot answer you, unfortunately, right now. But I promise I will have to research, because that is a serious question. But my ideology, my brother, is to get what didn't happen back then to happen now.
Okay.
People to stand in defense from the voters come back. We must not watch.
Yes.
The people in this country have a golden opportunity every time an election call to go out there and demonstrate your disgust, your dissatisfaction with our government.
But could COVID be in the way?
Let me tell you why COVID won't be in the way. All the decisions that they make, we have COVID now, what's going on in Tobago? Big election going on.
Right.
So I am saying that rules and regulation will have to be followed, not like what's going on in Tobago.
Right.
Rules and regulation will have to be here too, because you see, remember COVID is not here for a holiday, you know.
Yes.
COVID is not here for a holiday. But rules and regulation will have to be in place. Let me tell you something, brother.
Yes.
I tell the people of Labrie, I say, look, some people believe it wasn't a good strategy. Some people believe, well, it was here nor there.
Right.
I tell the people in Library, I say, look, I am asking you to give yourself a chance.
Right.
Don't give me a chance. Give yourself a chance to come out from the dungeon that the PNM have you in. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
I asked them, I said, what all they had to lose? All they wasn't getting nothing all the time. So it's only two things that happen with Victor was. It's either all you get or you continue not to get.
Right.
Right? Some people ask me, what you promised to do for we in Library? I said, nothing. I say, I ain't come here to promise all you nothing.
Right.
My job is not to come and promise. You see, and that is what they get accustomed to in Trinidad, you know. Everybody come in to promise ham, lamb, jam, bam, and whatever. That is what they get accustomed to.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You know what I tell them?
Yeah.
I say, what are you going to bring for Lane Library? I say, I could go and bring a swimming pool and put it on the pitch lake. That is what Library want? Representation is not I coming to tell you what I going to do for you. You have to tell me what is of necessity in Library.
Right.
You have to tell me what Library, what you need in Library.
Okay.
You have to tell me what is your plans for Library. Is you living in Library or I live in Palo Seco and talking about Library proper. Or if I come from San Fernando or wherever.
Right.
You the constituents, you are the fittest one to tell the politician, look, this is our proposal for Library. My job is to go to the central government and make representation to bring to the table what Library need.
Right.
And not what the politician feel to put in Library. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
Yes.
That is how this new politics must work.
Right.
You, the people, you have to understand that you are the ones that have the say. You are the ones that are responsible for the politician being in office. And you are the ones to make the demand for your community, for your constituency, and hold the politician accountable to deliver.
Right.
You are the one who live there. You know what you need there. Of course, basic necessity will be the politician responsibility. And I'm speaking about lights and water and school and community center and all that will be the basic necessity that the politician will also bring to the table. But when coming to developing your village, your community, developing your constituency, we must first see what natural resources we have there, what we could do with it, how we could enhance it, and how we could make it work for you. We must also encourage entrepreneurship. We must encourage small business. We must start to cut out this handout. Look this, look that, look that. When I heard Rowley say that people had to wean off the government, I hear everybody clap. I hear everybody clap. But what I was listening for, because I am still saying that that is an incomplete statement. If you said that, look, people must wean off the government, then you must now tell me what we're going to do in order to remove that strain that was placed on the government according to you. So I was expecting to hear Rowley say, you have to wean off the government. What the government intend to do is that we're going to make available, we're going to do feasible studies within your communities, we're going to look at the natural resources, we will look at what is needed in your community, that your community could reach to a point to be self-sustained.
Right.
To allow the people to be self-sustained. But so up to now, I'm still waiting for that sentence to finish. Right? So you just can't tell people the government are not to wean off the government. And on top of that, you lick up all the employment and lick up everything that people had, everything that people was earning a livelihood from. You shut it down, you lick it up, you mash it up. So what are we to need on the government? So then what you're forcing me to do? What you're forcing the citizens of this country to do is either you're forcing the citizens to commit crime or you're forcing the citizens to run into you as the government. That is the only two things that you could be encouraging. Because when you remove sustenance, when you remove employment, when you remove every aspect, people can't get water, people can't pay the bill, people can't mind the children, people can't send the children to school. When you remove all the fundamental principles surrounding development within a constituency, how would you expect the people to survive? That is the question. How would you expect them to survive? When you destroy a big organization, a company as Patriotism, whether it's to save your friend from this fake oil bacchanal or what, when you destroy that and you replace it with absolutely nothing, because all they're talking about heritage and all that, come down on my side, come down Palasico, San Afro, Los Pajo, Erin, Los Siro, go across the border from Alipero, go straight down to Library. The caller called earlier when I talk about Library, since he know himself they're selling some kind of vegetable right this side of the road.
Yes.
You go down there, the picture look like a ghost town and all. They just there. You see Lake Aswell, people kneeling down in the road and begging, oh God, give me money, calling on the name of Jesus, calling all out to get the money. It is in a very terrible state. That is the reality. That is the reality. The government has brought nothing to the table to develop these constituencies. The government have a set of abandoned schools. Well, that's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
But the government have a serious issue. Let me go for the break, and when we come back, we're going straight into COVID-19.
All right.
Okay, Rudolph, make a right. Then, oh, hold on. Mrs. Claus sent a WhatsApp. The elves are hungry. Pick up a Royal Castle Queen bucket, a King bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle-cut fries, potato salad, and a snack box for yourself. Oh, and don't forget that delicious honey mustard sauce. It's really lashing. Okay, Rudolph, let's get that delicious local Trini flavor. Royal Castle, here we come. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
Greeting in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Bishop Kelvin Khan from Endurance Ministry International. Our new location is in Railway Road, Londonville. You can tune into 97.5 every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. till 8. Tell your nanny and your nana, your chachi, your chacha, your grandpa, your grandma. We need to pray for our nation. God bless you. Thank you.
Praise Him, praise Him.
Well done, Mr. Politician Man. You done a wonderful job at tear down the country demolition man. Civily bang, well done, Mr. Politician Man. You done such a great job selling out the country with your business plan.
Get them out! Get them out!
Yes, you're locked onto U97.5. Check out Waves Restaurant and Bar, Old Grafton Beach Road, Seaside, Black Rock, and Tobago. Delivery options available. You can dine in, or you can also book a table. Call them on 731-4646. That's Waves Restaurant and Bar. Check them out. Tobago. Also, Le Grand Colon Spa Resort at Stonehaven Bay, Black Rock. Bed and breakfast rates available. To book, you can call 283-2597 or 463-2946. That's Le Grand Colon Spa Resort at Stonehaven Bay, Black Rock, Tobago. And of course, right here in Trinidad, check out Fresh Street Market, your neighborhood supermarket at number 3 Andrew Lane, Corner Churchill, Roosevelt Highway, Andrew Lane, Dabney, Mausika. Opening hours Monday to Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And also open on Sundays, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're going to talk about COVID now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, and the lines are open. You can feel free to call.
It's 218-7762.
218-7762.
Yes.
Beautiful,
That's
beautiful.
That's the number to call.
This is a very
Yeah. COVID.
sad situation.
It's all mixed up and confusing too. We know we have to sanitize and wear a mask. We know that, but you're hearing about this vaccine, that vaccine, vaccinate. Some people dying who vaccinate. All sort of mix, all the stuff going on. But yet still a lot of people dying.
But what is the root cause of our situation?
Yes.
What is our Trinidad and Tobago? Let us talk COVID.
Yes.
Let us talk COVID and let us be frank and honest.
Yes.
And if and when you call on this topic, I want you to be frank, honest,
Yes.
and speak your mind. This is a we forum. No, a we
yes,
forum.
yes, yes.
Feel free to call and talk your mind.
Yes.
Feel free if you have family who die and you feel
Yes.
you're update to. I know it's a sad situation, but if you feel you could talk about it,
Your experience.
yeah, let us know. If you have family in the hospital and you think that you are not satisfied, let's talk about it. But I am going to bring it back from the root. And the root to the problem that we are facing in relation to this COVID-19 pandemic, the root of this problem must be laid at the feet of the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
I want to reiterate. The problem that we are now faced with in this COVID-19 situation,
Yes.
the blame, yes, the blame I'm saying. Yes, you will get a chance to tell me about it's a pandemic and Rowley didn't bring it, and you'll get a chance to talk all that.
Right.
But let me tell you something. The root of this problem must be laid at the feet of this government. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yes.
In January
Yes.
30th, I don't want you to ever forget that date, Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm gonna write it down. Yeah.
January 30th, 2019.
Yes.
January 30th, 2019. I don't want you to forget that date.
What happened? What started on that date?
I'll come into that.
Right.
That is a very important date.
Yes.
During the period
Yes.
2019, we were hearing about COVID-19.
Yes.
We were hearing COVID-19. We were hearing the coronavirus. We was hearing China. We were hearing Europe. We were hearing all over the globe.
Yes.
All over the globe.
Yeah.
We were hearing COVID-19.
And then we saw some videos where some lady was rubbing her hands in the elevator.
Right?
Yeah. To spread it to something like that.
All kind of bacchanal
Yeah.
we are seeing. Brother, let me tell you something. The opposition of Trinidad and Tobago went to the parliament.
Right.
The